hot dogs look scary. I think they look good. I'm trying to eat now. They done got cold. I haven't done like close-ups with the food. I'm so used to just like eating it. But I still want to show you. It looks just too good. It's too cute looking. It's giving like cute hot dog. Like fashion hot dog. The food is really good. It's nice and moist, the hot dog. These hot dogs is so good. I was like, when I was getting out the hot dog buns, I said, oh, I'll only make 2 hot dogs. Let me just show this hot dog before I buy. But I said, oh, I only made 2 hot dogs. But now look how it's looking. Now I might not even need to move the camera so much. How I always used to try to get different shots. This is really just the shot right now. That's pretty shocking. Or else I'd work it more. Work with the food more? I would. But that's the shot. So there is ketchup on here along the whole way. It's just probably invisible right now. Oh, excuse me. So when I'm eating the food, it tastes just really good. But I did feel like comfy feeling, and I knew like I wanted to eat the hot dogs. Then I had it. This is really good. So thank you, God, for the food, for hot dog food, God. Thank you, Joe, for all the food. I know I'm grateful. Thank you, God. I am so grateful. Amen. Yeah, like that food was good. The Coca-Cola drink's been so good and everything. So I still do get like food kickoffs. It's just true. What happens sometimes, what it's been is I've been had food kickoffs and stuff. Oh, excuse me, which is just like when I eat the food and like then it tastes like super good and everything. Like I know I say, oh, I know I'm gonna eat. What will I have? Sometimes I'll think, what will I have? Then I say, oh, okay, later I'll have a hot dog. Then I have it later and then it tastes super good. That was going on and stuff when I had my groceries a lot. But even still, but lately, I think I just been like eating a lot. I think my energy, it's just maybe just the energy feeling now. I feel like I just had a food kickoff, which means like I go into like food bliss. But the whole meal is really good and everything. Like that's what would happen when I would make the ramen noodles, and I would like season them and stuff. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes the burps come out and stuff for real. Like that burp just come out. But what was I saying? I was saying, oh, I had this whenever, and it was good and stuff. Like when I had the Breyers ice cream and stuff. I was talking about when I made ramen noodles and I season it up. Every time I make ramen noodles, there's at least 10 times I made them, and they each taste completely different from the last time, but it all tastes so good. And then, but I feel good from eating that. And then one time I had the chocolate ice cream, that Breyers chocolate ice cream, and the Bluebell. Both those was good, but it was the Breyers. It's supposed to have been s'mores, I think. That's actually not fake. Cause one of the pictures I seen on the Pinterest, I said, "Oh, the Breyers." Oh yeah, but I had a chocolate, but it was a chocolate s'mores one. But it seemed like it was just another just chocolate ice cream when I think about it. It's actually one of the most tastiest ice creams I think I ever done had. But I also had it with the Bluebell, the chocolate. It's just both delicious. That was one of the best ice creams I done had ever. It's just not fake. It's actually kind of emotional. This shit is actually not fake. And then the eggnog, I had it with that beer drink. And that made me feel good. Because what it is, the food is just, I was just tasting it up and stuff. And when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I would just get what I would see, but I haven't had like a large amount of money and everything. So I ain't been going out like shopping, me doing my own purchases fully regularly. When that's happening, so that happens, that has ever happened, but now I can't try to explain my thinking and stuff for shopping for food and everything right now. But when I mix that beer drink, it says from Tampa. There's supposed to have been some different type of beer, I think. I believe it's supposed to have been beer, the type of alcohol, but it's supposed to have been from Tampa. And then I liked the packaging and everything, but it did taste pretty good. It was very good. It was actually really good. But then I had that eggnog, and then that eggnog was really good. But I had it in a nice ass glass cup, or the nice ass glass, and that was perfect for that. Hopefully that glass is still up in there. But even if now the glass is gone, I would just think, damn, I had the eggnog and I just gotta pour it in a big glass, whichever one's in there, or drink out of the jug. Honestly, because that stuff is still super good. But then, oh my god, now I'm still talking on this phone. No, but that eggnog, then I decided to mix the drink. Then I said, dang, guys should have been did it. I didn't have that much eggnog drink left. I had enough. But I said, dang, I should have been thought about doing that. And then when I mixed it, it was so good. Then that marijuana beer, that had to have been somehow they made marijuana in the beer. Cause that's what they made like it was. And then I seen it, it said Wicked Weed. And I just went in there. I was in Publix not too long ago, and I checked the drink stuff. I said, what does it say? And now I think it said Wicked Weed. but then it says something to make me think, oh, it's marijuana for sure. And then even how it looked and stuff, it showed look like it's mushrooms on there or something, all colorful and everything. So with that drink, I just call it marijuana beer still. But I think it was marijuana. But then I just called it marijuana beer the whole time I had it. So every time I had it, I said, I'm having marijuana beer. So, but that was good. But that stuff was strong and stuff. But that drink was good. So that stuff is good. Then the Smirnoff drinks is good. Having the alcohol is good. If somebody does see alcohol, it will affect their life. So even if somebody doesn't feel energy pressures, like, oh, do they feel like they have to drink alcohol? Are they always drinking alcohol? Is their attitude? Are they in the alcohol attitude? Well, if I just know if I were to see alcohol bottle, it would change how I feel. I would think, dang, look at the alcohol. And I would see it. Because alcohol, if you see it, it's shocking, but especially like fresh alcohol. How they make like in the bottles and like the glass, really, like that a little bit. Like, like the Ciroc bottle or a whole Smirnoff bottle, like the bottles and everything for real. So, but getting a fresh alcohol like that, or like hard liquor drink alcohol, like fresh alcohol drink, that's still good and everything. Then sometimes I think the drinks that look all fun and stuff, sometimes I don't think negative, but sometimes maybe I have been thinking that I think maybe the stuff is not going to taste that good. Which, I don't know why, maybe. I don't know. But I like food, and I know, like, I've eaten food, like, regularly to have a meal about it, but I would want to feel even more deeply appreciated for all the food I always eat. Like, more, to feel more deep about the food that I have. Even drinking water. And I want to feel deeply for appreciation for everything I have and everything. Because I do feel grateful for the food. And I don't want to think that I'm just saying a prayer to be quick, to feel like it's good. But I know that the prayer is good for me to pray with food. But I do feel good when I pray. But I just don't want to feel like I'm rushing. And I think I want to feel bigger energy for myself to feel. I think that's true. That's why sometimes I think I looked at marijuana. Then I had the kratom drug. And that drug was really good. It was very strong. But I think about that in a good way and stuff. That drug, the kratom drug, if they say it's a drug, or that medicine, kratom medication stuff. But I did have marijuana gummy and everything. So sometimes how I feel maybe depends on the day, truly, and what will be happening in that moment. But I don't know. This stuff is so scary. I don't know. But now, like, I don't know what else to talk about, really. Look at my headscarf. I just call these my headscarves. Some people could say bonnet. I just say headscarf. That's what I'm gonna keep saying. Unless I ever find another word to say. But it's just a little bit big, or more so like a little looser opening. Now look, now I feel like I'm looking at how it's looking so much. So then now I'm thinking I'm going cray, but not really. But more so it's making. But now I'm not thinking that. But before I was like, oh, now how is it looking now? How am I looking and everything? But I've been playing the Call of Duty game. That's really good. I would advise somebody, if I do have a subscriber, play that game, the Call of Duty Mobile. Cause I didn't think I was gonna have enough room for it. But I had a new phone. But I was thinking about that, like that for a new phone. But another phone, I did think about whatever. But then I thought it was gonna be a certain way, but it's not at all how I thought it was gonna be. So thankfully, this shit is not how I thought it was gonna be or whatever. I thought this stuff wasn't gonna be good, but I was just still at least gonna try to see what it was looking like. But they got it a certain way a little, but at least somebody could still try to play on there for real. It's pretty good, especially somebody get all the guns and stuff. Then at least somebody could be turned to the one hoe they have on there. But the other dude guy, how they got the dude, at least they got it a certain way still. So, but they got it simple and stuff. I just do the kill all, everybody, or all versus all. Damn, what is it called? It's called All for All. That's not what it's called. I don't even know what it's called. Now, I look, you don't remember, and that's the main one I've been doing. It's the one where it's like solo, everybody for themselves. So I gotta kill it. Anybody I see, I just gotta try and shoot them. So that goes the same for like any of the enemy players. Whoever the fuck they see, if they see anybody, they just gotta try and shoot them. So that's good and stuff, and they got that pretty good. But the other ones they have is not bad. If somebody were to feel like doing it, they could do it. If they feel like doing it. But I'm not doing that right now. So I can't try to argue how somebody would feel. And so I'm not going to try to talk about it. But I don't have to think that's the only thing I think to say or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that game is good and stuff still. If somebody play any of the modes they got and stuff, I'm just only playing kill everybody. Everybody kill everybody. Because that's just what I'm feeling like doing and stuff. For how I'm feeling about it right now. So and then the guns is good, and then it just let me to feel like I'm just on there a little bit a certain way. But I like the POW gun. POW. That gun is called PDW gun, I think. The actual name of the gun, low key would be the PDW. But I think it's under the SMG gun. Somebody would know what the gun I'm talking about. But then I call that gun Paw Patrol gun. Then I say Pow Wow gun. Then I like the Pharaoh gun. That gun is good. Then I like the one gun I think it's rarely they have on there, ICR. Or I think they have it ICR-S. I think. I look a little at the guns a little. The names of them, like quickly maybe. But that gun I call the IRS gun. Now that gun is really good. I like the carbine gun. Carbine. It's called cordite. I do like that gun. That gun is good. I gotta try to hold on if I use that gun. But I like that gun. But I gotta try to get it. Then I say, let me just try to get it. I have to try to get it. So how they had that game, it's good. That's why I just like to do like the solos. Cause for me, I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to shoot the guns and stuff. That's the energy I'm in right now. I'm just thinking, let me just shoot these guns and stuff. Cause that's still fun. And that is still like good and everything. So that's the energy like I'm trying to get in and stuff. But anytime I say something deep or whatever, there's some horrible ass sound fuck shit still. Or some horrible ass fucking sound, noise sound. So it's just awful. So, but either way, like the powwow gun, PDW gun, powwow gun, that gun is good. They have some guns that sound like harder sounding. I like that I can hear the sounds of the guns and how they seem like they's doing. So that IRS gun, the ICRS, but I call it IRS gun. That gun is really nice. I do like the Peacekeeper gun. I'm trying to use the AK-47 gun a little bit more. It made me go crazy. So I just try to calm down and everything. But I like the different like skins or whatever they make, like you could say, for like the designs for the guns. I like that they had like the camos. The camos is really good and everything. And I had my one IRS gun in a blue camo. And that looks really good. So, I don't know. But I'm trying to think that cordite gun, I gotta try to like hold on to try to use that gun. That's what I was trying to say. Then I think, oh, let me try and kill them. Let me just try and shoot the gun. That's what I say. Because I try to get, they had a game like going like fast, like somebody got to think like, oh. But you see, if I do something like that and somebody see that, that shit do not seem like that's threatening, then that don't even seem scary. You see, I do not know how to act aggressive. But what it is, they got the stuff set like everybody character gotta do like acting like so much, or acting like, oh, I'm not acting like that, thinking when I'm killing everybody. So anybody got their own thinking fuck shit. The worst thing is the fucking racism Indian. So the worst way a person can turn to be ever is a fucking Indian thing from out the New Delhi fuck shit. And how they make like all them people set. That's the worst thing that could ever happen up. So you can forget about the junk. But they got, like, if I were to say that and somebody hear me, somebody get excited horrible and say, oh, I just said that. Somebody would fucking flip the fuck out if I said that shit at that work. Stop. But now everybody act like they stop. But it depend, maybe, ever. But how the shit was or whatever, and even still ever, somebody freaked the fuck out and say, what? You just say yes. And get excited bad. That shit is not funny. So somebody, what's gonna go on? No, what's gonna go on? But you see the Call of Duty game is good and stuff. Then I think, oh hell no. What if the stuff was real life? Just even for fun and stuff. Somebody said, do it's 10 people, and let's say 10 people know each other, but then everybody's good and stuff. This might say, okay, everybody, they just, let's say they pick team by, they have 5, let's say they say 5 red, 5 white. So it's 5 rocks, that's red, 5 rocks, that's white. And then somebody gonna mix up all the rocks, or put the rocks in something in the wherever, and the rock's gonna shake out, and then whoever get a red rock, then they's on the red rock team. Then whoever get a white rock is on the white rock team. So then they both gotta do however. So the red team gotta get the white team gotta get the red team. But let's say people's doing that physically for real, like walking, moving around and everything, like somebody like with their senses for real. That would be shocking, but it'd still be good and stuff. But it'd be probably scary a little. That shit would not be fun. Neat. Even if it wasn't being mean or whatever. Then somebody don't know if they want to do it. But not maybe that serious, but maybe it could seem scary. Maybe. But I don't know. And now I'm on this phone. I don't know if this phone is gonna let me make a long video or not. I done got emails that I done got 100% storage. The video might not even save or whatever. So I'm just making a video. Now it's emergency live stream. I'm still saying that. Emergency live stream? But I'm still calling it emergency live streams. I'm still calling it emergency live streams. Because I know something is still shocking. But I'm not. But now things seem a certain way. But I know stuff is going to go on. Yeah, I just feel that in my spirit. Even still. Ooh, my arm is like really hurting me a little. Which is actually not normal. Bah. 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 Oh, but excuse me, wow. Now look how I'm looking. We're going on. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. I'm hungry. 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 Yeah, so, ooh, like those Hostess desserts. They so good. What about candies? You think somebody can get into eating candies? Like candy. Right, because those is cake desserts. Right, that's true. Right, those is cake desserts. You think somebody could eat a whole lot of candy a lot? That they would have to say people had candy addictions. Some people gonna be hooked on candy. How some people is hooked on cigarettes. But cigarettes is scary. Now that's what I need to fucking get. Now next time I have a lot of money, but I want to get the Camel cigarettes. They cost $10. I wonder if I have any change left at all, but I don't have enough like change to get any cigarettes right now. I don't have enough money. I do not to get cigarettes. I don't think I even have $10 right now. I don't even know if I actually have any cash funds. I could have some few dollars. I think I could still have some few dollars, but I would only get the cigarettes if I had enough money. But I get Camel. The Winston cigarettes is good, but I get the Gold Camel and pray that I feel good from having it. Because one time I felt good and everything. Cause the Camel cigarettes is good. See, those is the first cigarettes I bought. But those is the Camels. The Winston cigarettes is not the same as the Camel cigarettes. They's not. The Winston cigarettes is thicker, and they's just a little bit thicker of a cigarette to smoke it like, and it's different from the Camel cigarettes. The Camel cigarettes is good. Somebody should have some of them. But if somebody should have the blue, maybe I should get the blue ones. Those are the first ones I got. But those make me feel sickly. I'm getting nauseated. I'm not trying to think cussing negative about it. God, those was the first cigarettes I ever done had ever. And those is kind of a little scary, a little. That's not fake. Cause the cigarettes is strong. So that gonna affect how somebody feel. That shit is not fake. It's not fake. Cause the cigarettes is gonna have effects on people. And I know it. That is not fake. That's not fake. But the Camel cigarettes is good. I would go for the Camel cigarettes. Now the cigarettes, a whole bunch of stuff I done had is gone now. Like the bongs I done got or done had, they's gone. So now I had 2 bongs, they's gone. And the cigarettes, the Seneca ones, but those is like burnt bacon. That is not fake. They's as strong as if somebody were to be able to feel like they can eat burnt bacon. And the bacon is burnt. And somebody's just eating it. And it's gonna taste like, maybe like burnt. Like burnt. But those cigarettes was strong and stuff. So those were strong for me and everything. I couldn't really smoke them like that. It's not fake. Like I said, I'm not able to do it. Cause they strong. They said they was like burnt bacon. They was like strong like that. But the Camel cigarettes is good. Can you imagine if they had Camel Red? Then they make like they got Camel Burst. The ones that's supposed to be like, oh, they got colorful looking ones. What do you think those ones was like? But you see, the cigarettes is good. The Camel cigarettes is really good. But somebody had a blue ones that could really affect somebody's mood or something. So, but when I had it, how the day was, do you know the cigarettes is bad luck now or something? Now somehow them cigarettes is marked for like bad luck or something, or for like scary luck. Now that's probably something that could ever be said. And even bad luck is now, it could seem like it's threatening only, negative, badly, horrible, to think down, not like upset, sadly, for real. But sometimes the stuff would be bad, and that's happening up or something. Naturally, regular. So somebody say bad luck, so that's gonna bring certain type of energy maybe out. Similar with the blue cigarettes. I was watching a movie. It was called Trans-Siberian. I suggest somebody watch that movie. That's a movie that would be recommended. Somebody would never have seen it ever until they maybe is in some type of college class, and then the teacher say, watch this movie for the assignment and answer 3 or 4 questions. That's the type of movie that movie seemed like. So somebody should watch that movie. But that movie, I was watching it and I stopped watching it. I said, dang. I said, maybe I should get a cigarette. I low-key might have said that. Then I said, dang. Then I looked I had to get a whole bunch of money. I said, let me count how much money. I said, I have enough money. Then I tried to ask what the hell's the price for the fucking cigarettes. I don't know what the hell went on. I said, what the hell? I don't fucking remember. Then I got the blue ones. I was like, dang. And then I said, well, I know they cigarettes, but it tastes like not fun. But those cigarettes is not fun. I don't know. Those cigarettes bring for scary. I don't know. I think because those is the first cigarettes I ever bought. And in the day, it was low-key raining a little. Then it was raining. It was like cloudy out a little. And the day seemed like damper a little. And then the movie, how the whole movie was some type of damper type of movie. What did that word mean? What did that word mean? Melodramatic. That means maybe something is not happening so much in such a way. Somebody could say something in such a way, but maybe something is happening. But some seem, however it is, the way that it is. So what would somebody say? Maybe somebody can't do a description, so they just say the melodramatic, because some could just be, but maybe somebody cannot guess it. So maybe it's not some type of aggressiveness. So somebody say maybe something seemed just melodramatic. I don't know. That's why I say if somebody had those blue camels, they're gonna affect somebody's mood. Their energy just gonna turn scary. It's gonna be scary out where somebody's at. Or that somebody's energy just gonna turn for scary. But it's gonna be a scary energy. Those cigarettes are scary. Those cigarettes is probably scary cigarettes. Cause the movie was good, but it was more so probably scary. Let's just be honest. If ever was a description to give a full disclosure description. The stuff that I'm saying is emergency talking. This is just the truth. I swear. What I'm trying to say is giving full disclosure. The description, detailing, explanation to what I'm saying that I feel up. To even say honestly. So those cigarettes is good, but they scary and everything. So somebody's gonna turn for scary. So that is not fake. So that's not fake. That shit is about as shocking as somebody hit the lottery. If somebody have one of them blue Camel cigarettes, it's gonna bring scary energy. Something like will happen. So somebody gotta be careful. It's as shocking as somebody get a gun and somebody shoot the gun. That's probably shocking. So if somebody gets cigarettes, that is not funny. Well, but at least somebody could try to get the blue cigarettes. So somebody think for safety. Now, I was not thinking that when I got those. I just picked them and then I said, dang. I said, oh, I know these are supposed to be cigarettes. Because when I looked at them, I said, oh, okay, well, I know they're supposed to be cigarettes. Because I was like, dang, I got this one. And that's not fake. I did think that in my mind. Maybe deep in my brain. It's actually not fake. But I just said, dang. They shocking. I remember. Then I had a second one. Then I said, I already need another one. Now that is not fake either. Then I said, I already need another one. But when I watched that movie, I said, dang, maybe I should just get a cigarette. I've been smoking marijuana. I've been smoking stuff, but I never had a cigarette. So by that time, I was still being able to have marijuana. For sure, there was a time after that I had marijuana. Like a whole bottle. And even if it wasn't, then I just had a whole bottle. Or I was having a whole lot. But there was a time I said, that could have been during the time period where I said I didn't had a lot. Now I'm taking a break. I had said I didn't had enough. This has been a lot. I didn't had enough. So I was gonna take a break. So I said I didn't had a lot. It's all right and stuff. Then that might be when I said, oh, let me get a cigarette. But dang, them cigarettes I remember. And I first had a cigarette in the car, and I drove. Then I had maybe the second one in the backyard, and I was walking around. But the Siberian stuff, I've been thinking that it's racism about it. So that ain't good. And I already done said, but that shit is not good. The Russians gotta get done up for the racism. Somebody gotta think, would somebody rather be French or Russian? Now somebody would have to choose French, be from France. So the Russians just gonna get done up and stuff. So but they have a big country and stuff, so they stuff gonna get done up. But they got a lot of stuff, and they supposed to have a lot of food meals. They supposed to have a lot of good food dishes. So they stuff will be upsetting. But they energy stuff, they stuff low-key set a little certain way. So they's kind of that word unloyal. They's kind of like that. Cause they energy's low-key not even set or whatever. So then they stuff is low-key discombobulated, but it might not seem like that. Now I'm just guessing from all the Russian stuff I ever done seen up on the television and on my phone and stuff, on the computer and in movies and stuff. I'm just guessing from that. So they stuff seem like it's not set or whatever, but they supposed to be tough and they like their country area, but they will easily kill somebody they supposed to be so tough about, but that at the same time they might would not. So some of them would, but some of them might would not. So but some of their energy stuff is set, but I think they stuff gonna get done up for the racism. Or you think the stuff is still guessing for horror. Maybe somebody said something not good, but maybe that country area is supposed to exist. What do you think? You think the Russians supposed to exist? Somebody say they ain't just be Russian? Well, that's what I was originally saying when I was thinking this stuff up and talked it up at least 2 times. I did, because then I said, even if ever then something could happen up over there or whatever, the people get done up or whatever, but then everybody still make like they's from out of there or whatever. Or just turn like they's from out of there. Or might as well just say it. You don't have to argue it. So there's for not there. Somebody can make like they's from out there if they want. Is there any evidence for me to guess up in this thinking that if I'm thinking it, to think, oh, this stuff should not be good at all? I don't know. I think the stuff I think the country could exist out. I think it's just horror stuff gonna go on. It's kind of like here in Florida. What if somebody said, oh yeah, then somebody said, oh no, or some, oh well, now Florida this and that, oh well, but somebody can still make like this from out of there, but stuff gonna more so happen. So somebody ain't there for real, but the stuff is still for horror gonna go on. So what if somebody said it's gonna be hard and somebody said, oh, that place ain't good? So then everybody say, oh, they're not gonna have more that, because what it is, things I think is gonna be shocking, and then maybe there is energy that's looking to set. What is the energy that's being set? So there's different thinking. So I'm thinking. So do I think, so now I'm gonna, because sometimes I think and I gotta think, sometimes I think, whatever I'm thinking, that's it only. So now I'm gonna try and think to like open up my brain thinking. So now I'm gonna think about it. The Russian country area, I don't think anybody think they're for hateful, but whatever it is, the country gonna exist out for people to exist out like they's from out of there. So this stuff gonna be hard, gonna go on ever. It's just true. What about Germany? If I were to think about Germany now, for all the different things I've been taught, I would go insane and stuff. So, but I like the Germany country, and I do like the Russia country, but the Austria is good. So you think, what if somebody said Germany might as well be Russia? For how they make like, but they stuff is different, but it's similar of how they seem, but they still different. What do you think about Germany? Somebody say Germany versus Russia, or somebody think about German, somebody say German and Russian. So they both day stuff is different, but the energy stuff is similar slightly in a certain thinking sense for their attitude stuff or maybe how they sound. Schnitzel, Pritzel, der Flitzel, der Fliet, der Floten, Geflieten, der Floten. Guten Tag, Sie Flaten. Otenburg, Hamburg, Hamburger. Schnitzel, Pretzel. No, I try to just do an accent a little, but my voice is soft sounding, and I feel funny trying to do it. Let me try to do a Russian accent. Maybe because I'm making a video, I might seem scared to do it. I'm gonna try to do it. Oh. How you do Russian accent? Oh. No, that's not how you do it. Wow. How can I do a Russian accent? Yeah. Yeah. Apartments. Bashli. Yeah. I don't remember. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But the Russian stuff is just some stuff's just gonna go on. That's all. Well, now what about the Amsterdam? Didn't somebody say is they Austrian? But no, they got their own country area. So they make like they got a population of 3 million, but really 300,000. Or not. But at least they're as good. Now the United Kingdom country will exist. The country they make like is say they say it's England, then they say it's the United Kingdom. So they's both the same places. They just saying both sayings and showings. That's not fake. So that area they're gonna have people being from out there talking like that with the British accents. Now I used to be able to do that. Alright, I'm going to try to do it now. Now remember, I'm not trying to argue anything. I don't know what's going on. Remember, but I ever watched the movie Chicken Run, and the chickens was British, And then the one chicken was an American. What's going on with my voice? Wait a minute. What's going on? What am I talking about? What's going on? No, I don't sound too serious because I'm trying not to argue or whatever. And I can't even fucking do that. I can't even try to do the stop. I can't even try to do the accent or whatever. I'm low-key trying to do it. I don't have time or whatever. That shit's not funny. I can't fucking do it or whatever. Sorry about it. That ain't good. No, I can't do it or whatever. I'm tired and stuff. And how my voice is doing because I'm tired. I don't feel like doing that. So my voice ain't gonna stay in whatever sound because now I hear how I'm sounding and I'm not trying to think about it. Cause now I could think, why the hell am I even trying to do an accent or whatever? That's why the shit's not funny. Then I could think, what the hell? So even still, maybe there's something that could be going on or something. There could be, I don't know. So now I'm still gonna put this as emergency live stream because the video might not save. What about desert marble? I'm gonna say desert marble. Desert marble. But the British country gonna exist and stuff, so they have different food meals. Now everybody gonna have at least 20 million food meals regularly. So what did that mean? So don't somebody want $20 million? So somebody's supposed to ever want 20 million food items, at least for recipe dishes or non-regular food meals. So, but that don't mean to think somebody would go to think, oh, how could it be? Because maybe it could seem like a lot, but it's possible. What about 10 items? What if somebody ever had 3 food items only, but it was so good? Then somebody tried to say, well, they saying there's going to be 7 more items. Then somebody say, would that sound good? Well, would it go on? So what would somebody think? But then somebody could maybe accept so much for the 3 items. But they like them a lot. But maybe they wouldn't think negative if there was more, but maybe the 3 seem like that's it. So what will go on? Then somebody say, well, what will go on? Then somebody showed us 7 more desserts. Then somebody say, wow, how shocking. Look at what's going on. That's pretty shocking. Then somebody say, wow, that is good. Then somebody say, oh yeah, that is good. This is true, all the stuff I'm saying. So now what else could I think to talk up or whatever? Now I'm just going to think, guess to talk. What's going to be guessed up to talk about? Guess to talk? But you see, now that seemed aggressive. Because what it is now, stuff going to start being said or whatever now. Which is not good. No, now stuff low-key probably going to start getting said or whatever. I know it's still emergency investigations. I know it's still emergency investigations. Well, now I do feel hungry for like dessert food, but I don't know what dessert food to even eat. It's really now only like popsicles. I'm hungry. I'm about to knock out. I'm gonna do a video with the other phone. Get the phone, grab that phone. Now look, I didn't change it. Now this stuff seems so dramatic or whatever. If I make a fucking video, I gotta think I'm acting dramatic. I don't fucking know or whatever now. Now look. You think I gotta act like I'm texting extra. Ooh. I like this phone. I like playing the Call of Duty game on it. I just changed the lock screen because I said, dang, the lock screen is good. Whoa. Send a text message. Send a text. Ooh, somebody's grouchy. Send a text. What the hell going on? I'm not showing all my private information. Look at my phone. Somebody's gonna go insane. It's probably not fake. Look. Somebody's going insane. But now, if that is true, then the stuff ain't funny. Oh. Wow. Some could be bad now. Wow. Now, when I was talking about my hair when I was so little, this might have been one of the earlier pictures when I was extra little. Then I got a little bit bigger. This is an old picture. Uh-oh, this is a picture. Uh-oh. Picture, look. Picture. A picture. Says from 2006. 2006. But I think I remember getting this picture taken. I said, oh. It could be true. lower back is hurting me. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a video on here because I'm just gonna do it. But I'm just gonna do a screen recording. I'm just gonna do it because I'm so sleepy. Because this might be it right now. I'm about to get off the phone. I'm about to knock out right now. I'm about to get everything. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so now I started a screen recording on here, you see? Because I want to just get, ooh, look, now they show me like Volvos and stuff. But when I'm doing this, I'm actually doing this. So now this is going to be part of this video. But this is the Pinterest I'm on. So this is actually real life doing. I got to do this for real. I do the Pinterest and stuff. I love Pinterest. Look at the cat. But hopefully I have a video and audio on here. But on this video, I'm doing on this phone. So now I show the phone. So now I remember. So it pictured Apple Cat. Look at these. So, but now it's making me go insane. So, but I'm not going to argue this and stuff. I'm going to say this is a double stream. Look at my fucking head. But we'll see what goes on. I keep forgetting like what I have and stuff. I gotta get out of here. Look at the pictures they's giving me. Look how some of them is looking. Look at that. What's going on? Look at that. They used to have stuff like that at the Dollar Tree and stuff. That shit is not fake. They used to have the stuff be good. Now they trying to mess up the Dollar Tree and stuff. Which is not supposed to happen. But the Dollar Tree is supposed to be good and stuff. They might make like some people ain't never been in the stores and stuff. The stuff I ain't thinking it. I'm not trying to think the stuff is like fun or whatever. Like funny or something. I'm trying to say for what the stuff is regularly in general. But I'm trying to like put all these like on these boards and stuff. Look, I'm on the phone. Look, which board is it? Foodies? Look at that. Look at these shoes. So the Van shoes I have, all the shoes, it depends on who's living and stuff, but all the clothes is threatening realistically. Look at my head. Look how I'm looking. Somebody about to start yelling. This stuff ain't gonna be good. No, somebody gonna get upset. Look at this nice ass car. But I've been like the Volvos. But I like the cars. But I see the SUVs. It's actually not bad. I don't dislike them and stuff. But the car, I've been seeing the car and said, dang, I like the car. That's not fake. I like them. It's just true, because I seen in the one Element movie, I said, damn, what car is that bitch got? Now that's how you know the car is good. But the hoe looked good. The girl looked good and stuff. But the car was good and everything. That shit is not fake. I said, damn, what car is that? I said, dang, that's a Volvo car. They showing the car or whatever. But that's supposed to be Volvo. They make like, don't nobody know about those. And they maybe ain't that many out. Look how shocking I'm looking. So I'm looking at the phone and stuff. And then I look scary. Then I look even more scary. Sorry about it. Look at that. I gotta bring that down and stuff. I don't know what's going on. Oh, look, they show me Volvos again. So I do like Volvos and Audi cars. But a Volvo costs like $800 for an oil change. Now, however much stuff gonna cost now, that's it or whatever. So the oil change costs $800. That's a lot. The Toyota need to get an oil change. At least try to get that, even if they make like that's it. Even if somebody think that's the only thing with the cars, at least somebody could think they could try to do it. But the car, I still got to get an oil change and stuff. But I don't even know if that shit can happen. But I like the car and stuff. I care about the car. And the car drives really good. And it's been driving good. So I don't want to have any issues or anything. That's why they showed me more Volvos. See, I like the Volvos. And I like that it's 4-door. So I like that. But I like that the car just looked regular. That's right, regular. 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 But the Twinkies is supposed to be good. They supposed to be really good. I think I got that. See, the Monsters is good and stuff. Whoever do the flavors, cause they's got it good. They might have made like Monster seem like for fun or not actual. Or like, it's not gonna be good. It's only somebody got it. They act a certain way that somebody don't like how they act. So the Monster drink, they got a Monster drink, they ain't good. So the Monster drink ain't good. If there's anything like that, I don't know. But I don't know. But the Monster drinks is good. I like the Monster drinks. I'm trying to download all these pictures instant. Going insane a little. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this. And I'm trying to do it on the phone. Look how scary my eyes are looking. I'm just trying to put it all on foodies right now. Everything on foodies. I'm about to go insane. Now my fucking face is like fucking popping and stuff. That is not funny. As I'm talking. Look at that. What is going on? I gotta put that on there just cause how it look. Look at all these pictures. They's giving me good pictures. All these pictures is good. When I look back at some of these, if I ever seen that, like, dang, I didn't grab the picture, then the stuff is just so shocking. But it's sometimes it's so shocking. And then some pictures I know I done seen and I had to just keep grabbing them over and over. So look, I'm still on the phone. I am on the phone. Look, I swear, I'm scrolling through the stuff now. But where's the... Oh, excuse me. Look how they got the Volvo. Look at me now. Oh, God. Oh. Now I gotta, just try to, relax and stuff. Look how fucking smacking looking. I gotta put everything to food these days, making me, to scroll and stuff. Gotta be careful. Hurry. I don't know if I can do this much longer. The video's about to be over. All these pictures is just unbelievable. I don't know what to do. What in the world? I'm about to like knock the fuck out. This is making me angry and stuff. I gotta fucking try to fucking do all this and stuff. This is making me angry. It's not fake. I'm getting angry right now. Alright everybody, this is about to be it. Some of these pictures is too shocking. And the fucking video stopped. So I was making a fucking video to stop. I said I don't have enough fucking space on the phone. But these pictures is so shocking right now. They's giving me pretty good, but they's doing updates and stuff. They's giving me scary ass pictures and stuff. I'm scared a little. Look at all of that. The toughest thing is a whole life feeding. Whole life feeding. Whole life feeding. Wow. 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 Alright, I'm gonna do probably maybe like one more refresher. And that might be it for now. For like getting these pictures. Gotta get this picture. I don't have time. Holy fuck or whatever. Some of these pictures is just so good. So I'm trying to just grab them and stuff. Wow. Hmm. Wow. Oh, my foot, my toe. Alright, everybody. I'm low-key gonna end this video. Oh, my fucking toe and everything now. Alright, everybody. I'm about to exit. I'm so tired. Alright, goodbye, everybody.